Kieran, my leads suck. I literally spent 25 minutes on the phone yesterday with a lead who ultimately thought that I was the phone company help desk.
Well, I can help you with that.
I thought you could. That's why I wanted you on the show. This is Run a Profitable Gym. I'm your host, Mike Warken. And before you go further, hit subscribe wherever you're watching or listening so you do not miss an episode. Now, my guest, Kieran O'Dwyer from Australia, Two Brain Mentor. He runs Bathurst Strength and Conditioning and Orange City S&C. He is also a sales and marketing expert, and he is going to help us improve lead quality with organic content so that when you talk to people, they're going to want to buy and they're not going to ask you about resetting their router. So let's dig right into it. Glengarry Glen Ross, famous Alec Baldwin scene where he starts talking about the leads. He's yelling, he's mean, he's nasty. And he says, the leads aren't weak, you're weak. And he gets really nasty with these guys. So what are bad leads? Like, aren't all leads great?
Okay, well, firstly, coffee is for closers only.
This is true. That's true. I don't have any right now.
And my nugget here is that all leads are important, right? Every single person who connects with you as a business owner and gym owner is an opportunity to help someone, to make them fitter and to change their life. However, there definitely are leads that can waste your time with little to no chance of actually joining your coaching.
That's what I'm getting at.
And they show up in four ways, right? So you have the ghosters. They fill out a form on your website and they never respond to you. You have the price hoppers. They just message you. How much? Vanish, right? Then you have mismatch expectations. They just think you're a Globo gym. Cool. They might message you or ring you on the phone and say, what time is your spin class? What do you do, Les Mills? And then of course you have the free trial bunnies. They just want a free session with no interest. Can I do a free trial?
Okay, so you've got these four different kinds of leads, and I had essentially mismatched expectations where, you get a bad lead target. They don't even understand what they're seeing. They click on the wrong thing and it's a disaster. But more commonly, that's an extreme example, of course, just joking. But more commonly, someone clicks on, say you run a CrossFit gym and they're looking for spin. It's just not a match and you can't really do much with that person. Maybe I've had like one or two over the years where someone was looking for boot camp and they ended up doing CrossFit, but super rare. And it's not a slam dunk. I lost most of those people. So, do bad leads cost a business time and money? How does that work?
100%. So it shows up in three ways. Number one, wasted time and resources. You and your team spend hours chasing leads. Like you said, you spent 25 minutes on the phone to someone the other day, and then giving attention when it could go somewhere else. Number two, and this is where it starts to have long-term repercussions, is burnout and then developing that scarcity mindset, constantly dealing with situations like the above. They wear you down, and then you just start to view the entire market as being cold or bad. And then number three is you start to give in. You start to realize that's how people are, or you think that anyway, because that's who you deal with. You start to think that this is the market and the world you're dealing with. So you give in, you offer discounts, you give free trials, you haggle on money, and then the cycle begins.
You're not true to your brand. And this is where that Jack Lemmon character comes in from the Glengarry Glen Ross, where he says the leads are weak. He's got that cynical mindset where he's just like, they all suck, nothing happens. And it hurts. Like as a salesperson, it hurts when you hear no, 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 no. But if you're set up with people who are 98% likely to say no, you're in big trouble. And listeners, I'll give you this right off the bat. If you're hitting a string of no's, ask one of your best clients for a referral and try selling to that client, because you're probably 98% likely to get a yes at that point. And that might give you a little confidence when you're dealing with cold leads. So that's a little sales secret from the referral funnel, which is one of the most important ones you can possibly have in a gym. We're talking ads here today, but don't never forget that referral funnel. So let's solve some problems. How do you fix the problem and get better at bats in the sales office?
Okay, so to put it simply, the reason people are treating you this way is just because they don't know you. I mean, in the end, all leads are people. And if they don't know you, they're just going to treat you like you're an insurance company or just a random guy they found on the internet. So they're going to interact with you in that way, with mild hostility and get to the price mentality.
There's a lot of bots out there now too, right?
100%. So they might actually think that you are just AI or somebody not from their local town just being paid to talk to them, So the way we fix that is to use our organic platforms and content to start to build trust with them so they know, like, and trust us even before the first conversation, to build that coaching relationship so they know who we help, how we help, and that we can get them results before they even talk to us.
Have you seen AI Granny? Have you seen that bot? Have you heard about this one?
I know. What's
Okay, so
AI granny?
she's only in Britain right now, I think, but an AI company actually created a granny character who is designed to nail telemarketers and just waste their time with epic, like, oh, I can't find the button and I don't know my password and all that other stuff. And it's literally designed to eat up the time of telemarketers so they can't get to you and me. Now, it hasn't made its way to Canada and Australia yet, but those things are out there now. And, that's kind of a funny aside to what we're talking about with AI bots selling to people.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. Great elements of an organic marketing plan that's going to lead to leads, appointments booked, and sales. What do we got?
Okay, so I've got a few for you. Firstly, let me tell you that great organic marketing gets your audience to know, like, and trust you before they speak to you. The goal is to, when you get them on the phone and you say, hey, Mike, or I say, hey, Mike, it's Kid from Back to the Strength and Conditioning, they know who Kiz is. That is the goal. So they feel a connection because they've seen me on the website, the Instagram, the Facebook. They know who I am, what I do, and that I can help you. So number one is that profiles need to be set up properly. Every great gym has a well-optimized profile across those three main platforms: website, Facebook, and Instagram, right? So this means four things in terms of that. Clear, high-quality logo that looks professional. That's number one, right? No small thing that looks pixelated. A mission statement that instantly tells people what you do.
I help busy mothers lose 20 pounds. Boom.
100%. Social proof within seconds. So in the first 5 seconds of any of those profiles, I should see some sort of testimonial, before and after, success stories, anything matching the mission statement. And then a clear call to action. So when I am convinced, I know how to get straight to you. So that's number one. Number two is you need to define exactly who you help and show it everywhere. Now, this is the most important part. Your content should make it overwhelmingly obvious who you help. So let's say, Mike, you own a gym and your bio says, we help parents over 35 get fit and lose fat. But then I check out your Instagram and website and I say Canva images, motivational quotes, stock photos of people under 35, maybe a few videos of Rich Froning. This is confusing, right? This is confusing for your audience. And at best, I still might be interested, but I feel no connection with you yet. So I'm going to treat you like the insurance company, like the telemarketer. And at worst, I'm going to move on. So your content needs to feature your actual clients winning. I need to see people like me getting results. And then that actually leads me to what to post.
I need to ring a bell here because this is probably the most important part. You're literally going to tell people exactly what to post here.
100%. So I'm going to make the assumption here that gym owners that are listening are getting started or have some base. So this is a simple 4-post cycle that will help those people. So they need no previous experience, no knowledge, no high tech, just these 4 things to cycle through on a weekly basis. So number one, technique videos. That's easy because we are coaches, right? Simple videos of me or my coaches demonstrating and coaching proper technique in the exercises found at my gym. Number two, client wins. Close-up photos of your members winning. Attendance club, weight loss, PBs, just simple. It doesn't even have to be it doesn't have to be before and after. They do help, but even just a happy person over the age of 35, in the case of your mission statement, our hypothetical one, with a whiteboard saying that they feel better, they have more energy, and they're spending more time with their kids, stuff like that. Number three is a hype reel, so a quick video edit of members training, set to music, showing the energy of your gym. And then number 4 is group photos and community moments. People smiling, engaging, enjoying the atmosphere. And also, what is beautiful about all 4 of these is that they are actually set in the location that you're trying to send people to.
I'm going to recap, listeners. Your notes are 1, technique videos, 2, client wins, 3, hype reels, and 4, group photos and community moments. Write that stuff down. You can literally do that from day 1 to day 10,000 in a cycle, and your gym will have better leads as a result. Sorry to cut you off, Kieran, but I want to lay it out for listeners on that.
Yeah, and I can't tell you how many times I've gone into a gym's profile. They say they have bad leads, but if I look at the entire 9-post screenshot it gives me, I actually can't see the gym. I see quotes and everything, but I don't see the location that you're trying to get me to. So that is key there. All right. So once you have a simple 4-post cycle, that's very easy. You have your profile set up. You then need to give people opportunities to connect with you, right? Because you want those touch points there so they know that you're a human with feelings that cares. So step 1, every new follower that comes through, message them. Hey, Mike, thanks for the follow. You're speaking with Kiz. Quick cue, are you here for the content or do you need help with your fitness? Now, whether they respond or not, or whether they continue the conversation, it actually doesn't matter because you've shown you're a real human.
Almost no one does this though.
In Two Brain, they do.
Yeah, in Two Brain they do. You're exactly right. But it's in the larger community, when you say content, people are like, I pump it out, and they just post and walk. I see very few people outside Two Brain talking about how I'm spending time engaging and interacting. And here's the thing, people don't follow, following seems to be a weird thing where, I don't want to follow that person. Follow other people, right? Follow people, see what they're up to. You could even hey, I saw in your profile, this isn't stalking. Hey, I saw in your profile, you're training for a 5K race. That's a real person interacting, right? Stuff like that's really important. Commenting and engaging. And I don't mean just putting a fire emoji on stuff and walking away. What if you actually someone follows you and you look at their profile, take a look, see who they are, make some comments, send them a message. How much more is that person likely to respond to you? 1,000 times. Am I wrong, Kieran?
No, you're exactly right. Think of it in terms of in-person communication. It's like the gentle wave to somebody new or the smile, right? You're just 100%. You're just showing them that you are a normal person. So then from there, step 2 to give people opportunities to connect with you is to get them into your email list, because that's where the real value over time, either email list or Facebook group, wherever your container, which is where you're trying to nurture them is, that's where the real value comes in. So a nice, easy way for this, let's say you just have a free PDF program. In Two Brain, we got a stack of them that you can white template and everything, but you just put in your story, I've got a 5-week booty building program I want to give to you for free. Just reply with booty and I'll send it over. Then what you do is you just say, hey, what's your email address? I'll email it to you. They give it to you. And then you send it to them with no sales pitch, no nothing, just send it to them. But then you add them to your long-term email lead nurture, more value, more gifts, more opportunity for them to know you.
Yeah, and I'm passionate about the email list because organic reach on social platforms is brutal and it's only getting worse. It is hard to get seen even by people who follow you. You have accounts that'll have 10,000 followers, they'll post something, they'll get 7 likes, right? It's hard to get stuff in front of people. But if you have an email address, there are still spam filters and stuff. But if you get people your name into an email address and people read and engage with great content, that's the best thing you can do because the platforms can't really stop that. And people want the stuff. You're sending out free guides, excellent information. Like Kieran said, not a sales pitch, giving you the stuff you wanted. Hey, here's a blog I wrote. Here's a thing. Eventually, they're going to know, like, and trust you. And that's the whole goal here. Continue on.
I couldn't agree more. And you have to think about the mindset you're in when you're on the 2 different platforms. So when you're scrolling Instagram, you're chilling. You're laid back on the couch just scrolling. But usually in emails, you're in some sort of work mode because you might be working. So you actually are in the mindset to maybe take what comes your way a bit more serious.
And I look forward to emails from companies I like. When I see stuff from certain companies, I'm like, I can't wait to open this. What have they got for me?
And I bet our listeners look forward to emails from Coop, right?
Help every day.
All the time. 100%.
Who doesn't want that?
Number 3 is to use Instagram stories. So posting 2, upwards of 6 or 8 a day of very simply your members just training. 4-second, 5-second clips of someone doing, a deadlift, whatever it is. And then even celebrating wins and tagging them so they reshare. Especially in small towns, this is gold because if I am looking for a gym and I'm on Bathurst Strength and Conditioning and I look in the stories, and I see someone I know, there's more affinity.
Instantly. Yes.
100%. And also from this perspective, if I'm a 45-year-old woman nervous about lifting weights, but then I go into the stories and I see another woman like me squatting, I start to believe that I can do it too. The only quick, maybe not a con, but something to consider is that with organic marketing, especially in Instagram stories, there does need to be a regular churn of it because the stories go within 24 hours. So you do need to find a way to have content as part of your daily flow, which we're going to get into in a second.
Yeah, but those stories are great because they're prioritized. When you go on social media now, those quick vertical reels, like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Stories, they're prioritized, and people look through them a ton because they're short and easy to consume. The platforms prioritize them; they get tons of visual, and you can encourage your clients to post them, and then you can reshare them. So it's like you don't even have to create the content at times. You could just say, "Hey guys, post your stories. Make sure you tag us, tag our location, et cetera, et cetera." That gives you reach into their circles, which you don't have. And then you can just reshare them. And then you get that, oh, that's my friend Kim doing some great stuff, et cetera, et cetera. So that fills your content. And then if you just take your cell phone and do some quick stuff around the gym, you can easily fill 6 to 8 stories a day. So yes, they go away in 24 hours. You don't have to put a ton of effort into them, but do create them and do it fast.
I love that. So let's say you have that little, that funnel going, that cycle going. When you repeat this consistently, something powerful happens. So let's say someone follows you for 3 months before reaching out. By then, they've seen a dozen of real success stories, plenty of videos, normalizing scary experiences, lots of happy, relatable people smiling and training in your gym, you and your coaches demonstrating expertise and giving advice, and even more value in their inbox. When they finally reach out, they don't ask, what's the price? They say, kids, I need help.
Because they know you're the expert.
Because they know me. They know me. Even if I don't know them, they know me because I'm all over it. I'm all over everywhere.
We had a marketing leaderboard, and we interviewed all our top 10 gym owners on there. One of the people recently, I don't think it was you actually, but said almost the exact same thing, saying that we put so much effort into our social media that one of our coaches or our general manager is like a local celebrity. And when people call and they're like, hey, I saw Tim on Instagram or whatever it was, they've literally, this gym has accomplished exactly what you're saying, to the point where this guy is like the local expert in this field. Everyone knows him, and they want to take selfies with him. That's how far they took it in this case. It was incredible. And their sales, I'm sure, are off the chart as a result of that. Hey, I'm the celebrity. Want to join the gym? Of course you do.
Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's the rewards. The reward, you said, if this is a game changer, lay out the reward for people, just spell it out for them so they understand exactly what they're getting here.
The reward is that when you are in the sales process, they know you and then they will buy from you, so they don't treat you like some sort of bot.
Yeah. So you've got better leads from the start, you've got higher conversions, and then you've got less friction, and you've got more sales, which equals more revenue, which equals more income, which equals a better owner lifestyle. That's the chain from organic content all the way to success and the lifestyle you want. And Kieran, as a mentor, have you seen this stuff happen in work in practice?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
So what happens when people don't do this? Are they like me on the other end when they're like, oh, my leads suck. My leads suck. Is that the other end of the spectrum?
Yes. It falls into two camps. Number one, they might put ads up, right? And they're like, oh, the leads are so terrible. And then they also flat out say social media doesn't work. They're just blanketed into those two things. So not only do the leads suck, but the whole thing doesn't work because, again, they're just posting quotes. They're posting camera images.
Yeah. And the other thing that's sort of attached to that, the leads, advertising is a whole different game. Like, we're not going to get into this, and I hesitate to even mention it, but if you put up a bad lead that targets the wrong people, that says the wrong thing, that doesn't give people any idea what you do, you're going to get some crappy leads, like the phone company guy. You need to tailor that end of things too. We're not going to get into how to do it because that's a whole endless period of things. But Truebrain clients have access to the stuff. We teach them exact copy to use, images to use, all the different things to do. Test your ads, find out why it's working. Here are the metrics, all the other things that make sure that you are getting what you want, presenting the best foot forward and so forth. That stuff is all a different topic, but do know that is available as well, because if you put up the wrong stuff, you're going to get some weird leads as well. Now, we talked a little bit about content and how to produce it. We both gave some tips on how to do that. AI, is this an option for content, or how can a gym owner produce this stuff? Because it sounds like quite a bit, but is it really?
No, it's just like anything in your gym. You need to create an operation for it and then carry it out. So there's kind of three pieces here. Like, number one, in terms of, and by the way, yes, AI is an option, but maybe not in the way that everybody thinks.
Let's talk later.
Number one Yeah, number one, in terms of actually getting the content, you can do it in two ways. So you can batch it. So you can just batch all your content in one sitting. Set aside 4 hours once a month, attend 2 classes while your coach coaches. You get videos, you go around asking for wins, get photos of members, take a group photo of each class, and then straight afterwards, film 4 back-to-back technique videos. You can batch it like that. That's 4 hours done per month. Number two, spread it out into your daily operations. So you can have your coaches, each class, get 2 to 3 videos or photos per class of members exercising and smiling. Just whip out the phone, 5-second blocks, put them back in. It's not going to interrupt any of the coaching. As part of the admin tasks that the coaches are assigned, or that you assign yourself, 1 technique video per week. And then each week, either you or a staff member ask 1 member for wins, like a whiteboard win or whatever. And then you either produce that or work on that in your golden hour. As obviously people listen to this, know Coop's golden hour. Now, lead magnets, I don't want to get into how to do that, but just so you know, Two Brain has like 50 of them in the toolkit for you just to put your logo on and use that. Now, how to use AI the right way. After you have all your content, you use AI. Well, before content, you can get them to come up with ideas for you.
There it is.
Create, brainstorm ideas, create content calendars for you, or just get it to think for you. Use some prompts. We actually have, I think John made a AI for Gym Owners Ultimate Guide that has all that in Two Brain 2, which is awesome. You can even get AI to draft email newsletters and blog posts for you, but you have to go edit them yourself. That is absolutely crucial. And in the other way around, you can get AI to edit your writing, which helps a lot. Spell check, emojis, that type of thing. I would say the only thing I don't recommend that gym owners do, even though they're very tempted, is to get ChatGPT to write the copy of your posts with no editing, because it's going to look like they wrote it.
You can smell that stuff when you see it.
100%. Unfortunately, you've got to do some work, but AI can be the legs.
Yeah, and I'll give you an example of how I like to use it. Sometimes if I'm coming up with a subject line for an email, I'll say, give me 10 ideas that are catchy and engaging for this email, and I want to improve open rate, go. And it'll give me 10 of them. And some will be bad, some will be good, but not quite right. And then I'll sometimes take one and just tweak it so it sounds like me and does the thing that I want. But the ideas, and I love what you said, the ideas are there, and that's easy. And Jim, I'm going to give you two easy ideas here. I used to like to do this with my classes. If I had, say, a class at 5 and 6, I would go at 5:30 so that I would catch the end of the 5:30 class, the beginning of the 6 o'clock class. That means you get double the people and you get a whole bunch of different stuff going on. And I would just take pictures of people. I'd just say, smile, throw up a bicep, do something, just smile. And I would just say, and I would have like 15, 20, 25 pictures of smiling members. You can use those individually. You could slice them together in a reel. You could do them in a story. You can do all these different things with those. Another cool thing you can do is just have members in every class just say, can I film you just giving each other high five? And just high fives, high fives, high fives, high fives. Put them all together in a reel. And these are 2 super easy pieces of content that take, 5 minutes to film, maybe 2 minutes to edit. It's so easy, but yet you get all these smiling faces. And what's better if you go to an account, if you're looking for a gym or a service, and you look and you just see smiling, happy people having a good time in a great space. That's what you want people to see. And that's just one example of stuff that you can do. Kieran gave the other example, videos of technique stuff. You're a coach. You can crank this stuff out for sure. If you've got staff members, get them to do it. I've seen some incredible staff member videos come out from businesses, and you just have to teach people how to do it rather than just abdicating and saying, make some videos, and then they never do it. There's a ton of great ideas. Kieran, can you think of a great piece of content that you saw on a gym social media account that made you say, that was next level? Is there an idea that we can throw at these guys that you saw?
Yeah, and it's so simple, Mike, is that a couple of gyms in Two Brain, they do an attendance club. So they do, if you go 50, 75, 100 sessions, whatever it is, they might give them a gift, or they might just put them on the spotlight, right? Now, what this gym did is that in one of the classes, I think they had 5 people who had attended 100 or 500. So in that one class, they took a photo of each of them individually. That took them, 2 minutes. And that was their winning Wednesday post, 1 per Wednesday for the next 5 weeks. So 2 minutes, and they just celebrate it. You know, Mark has hit 100 sessions, well done. Kiers has hit 500 sessions, well done. And it's just week after week. And that was 2 minutes of work.
So to wrap it up for you guys, listeners, more organic content is going to get you better leads. Those leads are going to convert at a higher rate with less friction because they have more trust in your business and you. So get your face on social media, create that content, put it out, and you can scale this stuff up very, very fast wherever you're starting at. If you're in 2Brain, you can scale it up even faster because like Kieran said, we have tons of stuff in the content vault, which is you can just go in there and download guides, images, customizable stuff, all sorts of things that you can then tailor to showcase your specific business. Use that stuff. It's freely available. And there's tons of ideas. You could just look in there and see a picture and say, oh, I can recreate that picture at my gym. Even better. Get your coach and your person to recreate that picture of a deadlift instruction or whatever it is. All that stuff is freely available. This stuff scales fast. The final thing Kieran mentioned, the golden hour. Chris Cooper talks about this all the time. It is an hour of focus. You use 1 hour every day to do something to grow your business. Marketing reps are part of that golden hour. And this is marketing. So you could, in that schedule, crank out some social media. I've seen gym owners crank out huge amounts of social media in an hour, respond to leads, engage people, talk to people, generate more leads. It all works. Some people even get clients right on the spot as a result. The Golden Hour book, got it right here. You can get that. We'll put a link in the show notes. That's the guide. That's the focus manual that will teach you how to do this stuff because everything you listen to today works. Kieran's helped tons of gym owners deal with it. He's done it himself. It works if you do it. If you don't do it, if you just walk out of here and have the knowledge in your head, nothing happens, nothing changes. You need to take action. Kieran, do you agree on that? Have you seen people take action and just scale up their social media in like a period of weeks?
Yes, 100%. I'd say that you need to take action ASAP today, start your golden hour tomorrow, and it can happen very, very fast.
And then you'll make more sales. So we'll leave you right there, guys. That was Kieran O'Dwyer. This is Run a Profitable Gym. I'm Mike Workington. Thanks for watching and listening. On your way out the door, please hit subscribe so you don't miss another episode like this because we give you tips every single time so you run one of the best gyms in the world. And now, here's 2Brain founder Chris Cooper with a final note.
Hey, it's 2Brain founder Chris Cooper with a quick note. We created the Gym Owners United Facebook group to help you run a profitable gym. Thousands of gym owners just like you have already joined. In the group, we share sound advice about the business of fitness every day. I answer questions, I run free webinars, and I give away all kinds of great resources to help you grow your gym. I'd love to have you in that group. It's Gym Owners United on Facebook or go to gymownersunited.com to join. Do it today.